I'm taking the Vivos to the Grand Canyon. Let's talk about everyone's favorite barefoot brand, Vivobarefoot. My name is Troy, and today I'll be going over my 5 pairs of Vivobarefoot shoes and share my experience with the brand. Now, there are countless videos online talking about the benefits of barefoot shoes, so I won't be talking about that, but let's get right into it. My first pair of Vivos was the Primus LITE 2, and I got these from revivo.com, which is Vivobarefoot's website, where you can send in old shoes, they refurbish them and then sell them back or send them back to you. I would probably consider this their most barefoot style shoe, being that it has a very thin sole. I think it's maybe 3 millimeters. And I use these for boxing, the occasional sprinting. I do weight training in these, calisthenics. So they're pretty versatile and they give you a really good close to the ground feel. A little bit of time after I bought these, I had bought a pair of Primus LITE 3s, and I noticed that the laces on the 3s weren't as good as these ones. So just keep that in mind when you are making the purchase. I'm not sure if it's because I got them from Revivo that they had different laces, but the Primus LITE 2 laces I really love. They don't really come untied. The ones on the 3s, they just seem to be a little difficult to tie. I would say this is a good intro into the barefoot shoe world, but you want to tread lightly because they are very close to the ground and you could end up hurting yourself if you go too hard at first. And I'm speaking from experience. I was doing pretty much everything in these when I first got them, and I ended up hurting the bottom of my foot, and I had to take a break for a couple weeks. But after learning that hard lesson, I got acclimated, and now my feet feel stronger than ever. When it comes to size, these fit very true to size. So overall, the Primus LITE 2, very versatile and a good intro into the barefoot shoe world. Also, I should mention that I wear a size 14 US, 48 EU, so yeah, I got boats, man, so. My next purchase from Vivobarefoot was the Geocourt 2, and I also got these from Revivo. Now, the reason I got these next is because this is their more casual style. As you can see, they kind of resemble maybe a Stan Smith Adidas or something of that nature. And this is in the limestone colorway, so it's kind of like a neutral off-white. With these and these, I was all over Australia for about 3 weeks. I hit Melbourne, Sydney, Gold Coast. I was on tour because I play basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters. So I really get a chance to test these shoes out, wearing them for long hours, going on different terrains and stuff like that. I really do like these shoes as a casual barefoot sneaker, but I got a pair of Geocourt 3s and they stepped up the quality so much on those. They're not around here, but the leather is softer. It doesn't make any squeaking noises like these. It's much more comfortable. The inside of the shoe is a lot softer and comfortable. Even down to the smell, they smell really good. So huge props to Vivo on stepping up the quality on their new models. These shoes also fit very true to size. So overall, the Geocourt 2, good sneaker for casual and everyday wear. But if you can, I would recommend getting the Geocourt 3, their updated model. All right, now it's getting good. Next up, we got the Ultra Bloom 3. Now this would be considered their water shoe that you can also wear out of the water. When I saw these on the Vivo website, I instantly knew I had to get them. And it's kind of hard sometimes because I wear size 14, so a lot of times that size is sold out. I was lucky to get my hands on these, and I've taken these to Antigua, Mexico. I'm here in Florida, so I get to go to the beach with these a lot. And they're really versatile, man. When you're in the ocean and there's a lot of sharp rocks, for instance, I was in Tulum last month, and there's a lot of sharp rocks in the water we were at. So you couldn't necessarily just go out there without water shoes. So having these, I just felt like Superman. So if you go in water a lot, I would recommend these. And also, I gotten a lot of compliments on these. I'll just be walking around a store or something, and you know, somebody will stop me and say, "Those are really cool shoes. I like those." The design is just so cool. I like how the holes are all over, as opposed to something like Crocs, where it's like a big clog style. These are pretty sleek, and you know, they have ventilation all around. When it comes to sizing, I feel like these run a little bit long, but they're so form-fitting that it doesn't cause any issues with me. Overall, one of my favorite purchases from Vivobarefoot, and I've gotten a lot of use out of these in just a short couple months. Next up, we have the Primus Trail Knit 2, I believe it's called. Now this is in the Obsidian colorway. You see we got the gum bottoms with the kind of rainbow speckles. And these are sweet. I really like the design of these. One of the biggest pros for me is that they're hard to get visibly dirty. So that just adds another layer of versatility for a shoe like this. Now, the main reasons I got these was for everyday casual wear and also when I go on hiking trails. Like I mentioned before, I travel the world with the Harlem Globetrotters. So I get to see trails all over the world, and I'm really looking forward to taking these on some of those trails. As you can see, they got these lugs right here. that aren't too thick, but give you enough grip when you're walking on rocks and things of that nature. And these ones really look like boats on my feet because they're just so big, man. But I really don't care, honestly. I'm all about how I feel in a pair of shoes, how it looks when I look down, you know, how the shoe really makes me feel. And when I put these on, I feel cool as hell, honestly. Sizing. Now, I definitely noticed that these run a little bit long in the toe area, but it hasn't caused any problems for me. I wouldn't go down a full size because I think that they would be a bit too tight if I did that. But there's no 13 and a half for me to get, so I'm just gonna stick with this 14. And you know, they haven't caused me any problems. Hopefully that won't change when I actually take them hiking. Now, if you're wondering about weight, these are a little bit heavier than these, being that they have this sole with the lugs on them. So keep that in mind. I have yet to train in these, like do any type of weightlifting or exercise, but I know a lot of people like to use these for that. I'm really just gonna stick to using them for everyday wear, and then when I go on hikes. I'll be going to Arizona next month, so I'm really excited to test these out. I'm taking the Vivos to the Grand Canyon. Overall, really good shoe. I'm excited about these. Last and certainly not least, we have my most recent, most expensive, and definitely most anticipated purchase from Vivobarefoot, the Magna Forest ESC. This right here is pretty much a hiking boot slash sneaker slash, I don't know, these things are just beautiful. I mean, look at the sleekness. They have Michelin tire soles. I've never seen a sneaker or shoe brand do that. The leather on these things is just so smooth. I hope the camera's picking that up, but it's just buttery. And I actually got these on Revivo as well. They came in the excellent condition, I believe, and they looked brand new. Like no one had ever worn them. This upper material right here is super form-fitting. Once you put it on, it fits like a glove. The only, and literally the only con to these, in my opinion, is the lacing system. The laces are nice, but these ridges in them, maybe I'm just not using them properly. They seem to be hard to tie for me. And like I said, maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but it causes a bit of a problem when I try to tie them. But that still doesn't take away from how beautiful and versatile this shoe is. I've only worn these twice for a couple of hours, so I can't give a full review on them just yet, but I am taking them to Arizona with me next month. So I'll be hiking in the Grand Canyon with these things. Make sure to subscribe if you want to follow my travels. I also got these as a winter boot because I will be traveling the northeast of the United States for the next 4 or 5 months. So these are gonna really serve me well. I mean, if I get in any snowy conditions, they have these nice lugs right here. I mean, it's like I'm a car. I got Michelin on my feet. It's crazy. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Well done. You know, I just gotta give it up for Vivo on this one. I really like this boot, honestly. At this point, you might be wondering, has he tried any other minimalist or barefoot style shoes? And the answer is yes. I have a pair from Zero Shoes, Ultra Running, Shama sandals. So, you know, I've dabbled in everything, but Vivobarefoot at this point has been the best brand in this style of shoe. You know, their customer service, their quality, their design, everything is just A1 for me. So if anybody from Vivobarefoot is watching this video, your boy wears a size 14 US, 48 EU. Don't be shy. If you enjoyed this video, please find your way to the like button and make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Like I said, I travel all over the world in these shoes, so you might get a chance. I travel all over the world in these shoes, so you might get a chance to see them in your dream destination. One last thing, I promise. If you like this shirt, you can purchase one at troyblyden.com. I designed it myself. And with that, I thank you all. I'm out.